today's hit music, proud to be behind our lineup. Gavin Veltmeyer on the Coleman Suzuki on pole. Next to him, Joel Dykstra on the smaller GSX 450, of course, one of our re-engineered. Oh, so close. Don't know quite whether that's going to be a pickup. 25 back here. 25 for Roman Ratchik. And Roman now all of a sudden a little RS125 hits the power band away. You couldn't hear the bike as it moved. It was just so dead because it hit the flat spot. 125's the world's worst starting motorcycles, but young Roman's got away. Now this out of Woolpack Racing will be Roman's first Suzuki-Series. Of course, he's been involved in other lower tiers of racing, but great to see him making the burst onto the scene on his little Honda RS125, coming off what I think was a little Magello from memory, little 250 bike, but a 125 RS is twice the power of a bike. You'd think a 250 a lot more, but of course only a street bike. So here we go with our ZM Today's Hit Music supported F3 Superlights Formula 3 class Spider, and already Gavin away to a sensational start.
Yeah, but look at Dean Bentley on the TSS Red Baron Stokes Valley collision repaired bike. He's done no riding. He's done one race meeting in the middle of the year. He had a bit of an up and down New Zealand Championship race, run a couple of races in the wet, and he's done no practice, had a bit of a session yesterday, snuck out and did one, and he's coming through into second place. It looks like he's able to hunt down Gavin Veltmeyer. So here he is on the Continental Tyre shod machine, number 3 New Zealand, Dean Bentley there. First place it's still Gavin Veltmeyer, followed by Dean Bentley and Royd Walker-Holt. Now watch this name, Royd Walker-Holt from Auckland. He's a man to watch. He's happy on a classic bike as well. He's been riding the higher sung 250s in the higher sung class and the New Zealand 250 production classes as well. He's in third spot at the moment for the Formula 3 or ultralight, if we call it, at the New Zealand Championship level. Gavin Veltmeyer, number 2 in New Zealand, is about to come out of the hairpin for the second time, 8-lap races, and there's Gavin, and we got Dean Bentley in second place. I know his family are here, Nikki Bentley, the wife, and the 2 kids, Jacob and Rex. They'll be Go Daddy Go. They've got the t-shirt on, Go Daddy Go, and Daddy's going, he's flying. Royd Walker-Holt still in third place, followed by Hayden Fitzgerald. Now, Hayden's a man that's home on equally at home on a superbike, does classic racing on a G50 matchless for Ross Graham Racing, and now he's got his father's Formula 3 bike here, and he's doing 2 classes this weekend. He's in 4th spot there.
Well, certainly, Spider, this is an opportunity now for a new breed of rider, because for so long we had what I used to call our awesome foursome. We've had the likes of the Andy Bolwell, Jason Nean, Jason from Foxton. We've had Terry and Glenn Williams. So those 4, and all of a sudden, for the first time, we've not got any one of those 4 in Formula 3 racing. At the height, of course, when we had all 4 of those, you wouldn't know who it was going to be. But so now it's a new era in New Zealand Formula 3 racing.
It's certainly up, and this sets the scene for the New Zealand Championship. Well, there's a few riders missing from that at the moment. Gavin Veltmeyer fastest on the track, a 1:13.6, followed by Dean Bentley and a 1:14.1. Royd Walker-Holt in third place is on a 1:14.6. Then we go into the 15s and then up to the 19s. So Veltmeyer, Bentley, Royd Walker-Holt and Hayden Fitzgerald. That's the top 4. Nigel Lennox as well out there on the Yamaha R450 triple. Now, they started off 100, and then someone got the idea to disable one of the cylinders, and that's what Nigel Lennox is here on. He's also doing post classics on the little wee VFR 400. So top man from Auckland, Jaffa Racing, he calls himself. We all know what Jaffa spells for. Just another F Aucklander. That's Nigel Lennox there on the Yamaha 450 disabled cylinder. Here we go, Gavin Veltmeyer the hill, rear line, doesn't matter. He's got a commanding lead. He's got probably 150, maybe 200 metres over and above Dean Bentley, number 3. Dean Bentley will be getting stronger and stronger throughout this because he hasn't had any riding through the year. Royd Walker-Holt is in third spot, but he's under threat by Hayden Fitzgerald. Hayden Fitzgerald cleaned up 12 bike links just going into the braking area into turn 1. Not sure how much riding Hayden's done over the off-season on this bike, his father's machine. Haven't even seen Terry in the pits. I hope Terry's up here to help along, give him a few hints, because a man that's been around Formula 3 ultralight class for many, many years had a bad accident at Boxing Day in the practice this year and broke his, I think he broke his shoulder or collarbone, and obviously he's decided to hang up his leathers at the moment and let his son have a go on the bike. There's Gavin Veltmeyer coming out of the dipper, followed by Dean Bentley. Here we go, that third place. It is Hayden Fitzgerald on the inside, takes the tight line on the inside. That bike's actually smoking, puffing a bit of smoke a little bit. So Royd Walker Holt side by side down the centre. The race is all on for third place. 1 and 2 have checked out. It looks like Fitzgerald has got the little bit of the edge going in the middleman corner, but we'll see. Royd Walker Holt's bike seems to have a little bit of legs here and pulls up a couple of bike lengths. This is a very important part of the track to have that gain. You get the drive out of the corner. It sets the scene for coming over the brow of the hill, and we'll see what's going on. Very, very close to the edge there is Hayden Fitzgerald. He knows the rules there, but it is Royd Walker Holt going across the start-finish line into third spot there again in the Formula 3 class here at the SuzukiSeries Hampton Downs. Beautiful day now. It was raining earlier on today. These guys qualified in the dry, and now they've got a dry track. I'd say it's fully dry everywhere. There's is that Roman Rajek out there? There's Hugh Trendline. That was going through there over and above Joel Dykstra from Northland, and we expect there's bike number 57. That looks to me like a KTM Super Duke. Bike number 67, sorry, Dave Smith, yeah, Super Duke. Gavin Oxterby, followed by David Smith and Roman Rajek. Roman Rajek gone through on David Smith.
We've got number 2 and 3 in this class with Gavin Beltmire and Dean Bentley, although Dean only qualifying in a disappointing 7th place, but he's certainly made up for it now and has got a fighting good ride to get a play down.
Yeah, of course, qualifying conditions were very wet here. It wetted up for the final, or for the qualifying for the sidecars, and then for the Formula 3, and I saw Dean Bentley running around looking for Kerry Dookie, the suspension man, just 5 minutes. Still got that dice on there for third place. Stage it was Hayden Fitzgerald led coming up towards the start-finish line, but didn't have it all his own way. Royd Walker Holt went across quicker than him, but it looks like Hayden's got it back, and there's a third bike in that mix. I have to go to the computer screen to see. That is Nigel Lennox. Bike number 5 mixing it there, so action aplenty. Still the quickest man on the track. Gavin Veltmeyer's just almost a straight 1:13, a 1:13.7 for Dean Bentley. Royd Walker Holt, Hayden Fitzgerald 9, and Nigel Lennox are in the 1:13s to 15, but they're together on the track here at Hampton Downs. Veltmeyer comes out of the dipper there. It looks to me like Dean Bentley's closing up that gap, but still got a hell of a fight on there for third place. Terry Fitzgerald's bike, ridden by his son Hayden's there in a good solid third, and the dice is on between Royd Walker Holt and Nigel Lennox there for 5th. What have we got here, mate?
Just trying to see that we're live, loud and proud. Fortunately a few microphone problems, but hopefully coming at you this time, courtesy of our www.radio network and our Super Lights Formula 3. And then 3 to go past there again, so there we are to take them on already, and there we go with Dean Bentley. Yes, Hayden Fitzgerald has got it. Hayden confirmed there, so Hayden Fitzgerald has got that third place, so good work. Gavin Veltmeyer still the fastest man on the racetrack, so good work by Gavin. A time at a 1:13 today, a 1:13 for an F3 time on this track. In fact, we're keen to look out and see how our previous times have looked for F3, and in fact it's more under the name of Super Lights, and that time for Jason Easton at a 1:10 today. These guys are at 1:13, so well off the Jason Easton time. Jason, the name that we were trying to sputter out. Jason Easton has been one of our awesome foursome that we had for so long with us in our Super Light Formula 3 racing, so great to witness. So Formula 3 out there as we know it in our Super Light lineup, and a very good bike battle going on Spider down Middleman Straight. That one's not over.
No, this is that fight for third place, and there's 3 of them, although there's 2 sort of broken away from the Royd Walker Holt machine, and this is Nigel Lennox and Hayden Fitzgerald. I think Hayden Fitzgerald, we're looking at Gavin Veltmeyer, number 2 NZ, going across the start finish. The white flag is out. Dean Bentley there, bike number 3 in second spot. It is indeed. In fact, Hayden Fitzgerald puts his hand up there. He's slipped right back 2 spots. So it is indeed Nigel Lennox there in third spot with Royd Walker Holt in 4th. And Hayden Fitzgerald just sort of looked like he was slowing up a bit there, putting his hand up, but it hasn't slowed him down too much. So that awesome dice there on for third place seem to have broken loose, and we're looking out there for Gavin Veltmeyer coming out of the hairpin. He may come across some back markers. In fact, we've got a yellow flag out here. We've got a yellow flag out here coming into the dipper. It looks like to me it's for the next corner, the big sweeper. There's nothing going on to me in front of me in the dipper, or we can't see everything, but there is a yellow flag out at the next corner and a bike down there. And in fact, it looks to me like they've put another flag out, which could be the oil flag. Don't think it's a red flag at this stage. White flag's out, last lap of the race, and it looks to me like there's debris on the circuit there. Somebody might have lost something, or there's a bike down. Let's get on with it and have a look out. Gavin Viltmine comes over. Great man, he comes over the brow of the hill. We've got one of the lappers there, bike number 57. That's a KTM Super Duke there, the 660. Roman Rajic comes over on the 125. Nigel Lambourne sponsor machine on bike 25. There it is, Gavin Viltmine takes the win, and Dean Bentley closes up and takes the second spot. We're looking at Nigel Lennox, followed by Royd Walker-Holt and Hayden Fitzgerald on bike number 52. Up right there and slows as they go across the start-finish line. The fastest man on the track actually come back in, and we're looking out for him, is Joel Dykstra. Put in a 1:12.9, so he's the fastest man of the thing in 5th spot. Hugh Trenline, Gavin Mackay, Roman Rajic, Gavin Oxtoby should round up the rest of it for the Formula 3 sports bike class. And 8-lap race, I think next we've got Bears. Yes, indeed, Bears for an 8-lap race, then followed by Formula 2 600, 12 laps, pre-89s, 8 laps, Supermoto 8 laps, F1 Superbikes 12 laps, F1 sidecars, then F3 sports bikes are both 8-lap races. So I don't know how many of you going along to Manfield next weekend. We might see a few more people at Manfield. One of the reasons being is Manfield, Hampton Downs has no longer been used for the New Zealand Superbike Champions this year, whereas Manfield is. So some of the guys that are keen to come out and do the New Zealand Superbike Series haven't done Manfield for a couple of years because it's been off the calendar. It is now back on the calendar in March, and we might see a bit more action, a few more riders just thinking, right, we'll get up to Manfield, we'll get a bit more practice in. A lot of the guys have done the Winter Series now, but some of the top runners from the South Island particularly haven't done the Manfield track for a couple of years, so that'll be the action coming along. Bears coming up shortly.
Well, an opportunity to reflect on Q West Boat Builders of Wanganui, proud to be our beer sponsor. And if you want to check out your program, look out for the beautiful all aluminium boat that QS made for the New Zealand police manufacturers of custom aluminium vessels. Absolutely quality one, and great to have a well-renowned boat builder from Wanganui on board with Wanganui Racing. Q-West.com, Q West Boat Builders. Also to Scarfit, 0804 Scarfit, your innovative scaffolding solutions, servicing the Lower North Island, 100% locally owned and operated. Scarfit, your quality scaffolding experts. Also transport you can trust. Hookers Pacific at home on Hedge Road. Of course, we close off Hookers Pacific every year for the Century Circuit, but they're just amazing because of how much support they give for the event, including opening up the back of their yard, servicing of the area, and for example our sound crew, courtesy of Manawatu Sound, making their base inside the Hookers yard for express parcels, logistics planning, heavy haulage, refrigerated transport, shipping agents, storage and distribution, general carrying, bulk liquids, custom agents and furniture removals. Just some of the features of Hooker Pacific. Also Emmett's, of course, if you've been to Wanganui and seen that magnificent overpass that is done with Emmett, so the ability for spectators to go over the top of the track while racing is underway has revolutionised spectator advantage points now at Century Circuit. Gone to the days where spectators would turn up, have the same place on the track, stay there all day and do nothing else. People now want to see more, do more and go right around the track. It's the modern spectator, is more innovative, more progressive, getting updates on their social media about what's happening, texting their mates back everywhere, so there's lots of communication, and it's allowing people to move more freely around it, courtesy of Emmett Civil Construction. That's bridge building, underpasses, precast concrete manufacturers with cranes and plant hire foundation work and concrete surgery from Richard Emmett and the team. Also to your motor trimmer and upholsterer, the auto interiors, of course, they're responsible for furniture recovers, shade, sails, leather and PVC and canvas free quotes on Churton Street as well. Also going through our program, because without our sponsors, folks, we do not have a quality racing series such as we witnessed from Suzuki, so our big thanks. Also to KSS Olin Race Tech, the science of winning, your suspension and servicing experts. KSS stands for Kiwi Suspension Solutions. Big hi to Robert here today, New Zealand's #1 suspension guru. Sales at kss.net.nz, and do check it out. In conjunction with Alpine Stars, the quality name in all your leathers, doesn't matter who you've got it, you'll find them on the podium with Alpine Stars, distributed by crownkiwi.co.nz. What about Mobile One Battle of the Streets, folks? Pyral's back, the date's set, the poster's out. Well done to Summers Plumbers, Toby Summer on the R&R Power Sport. Bike is out page, Formula Pyro, Formula 2, Superlights, Classics, Post-Classics, Beers, Motard and Sidecars, and of course the King of the Street as well. That event on Sunday, the 16th of February at Pyro. Get your tickets now, battleofthestreets.co.nz. Yes indeed folks, Guy Martin is coming. He's only coming to Wanganui. In fact, he's going to be in New Zealand for less than 5 days. The courtesy of Suzuki, the Choice of Champions, Harvey World Travel, Cemetery Circle, Hooker Pacific, Pirelli and SNE, Signs and Engraving. Yes indeed, the Tyco Security Products, Suzuki TAS Racer, Red Torpedo Man's coming to Wanganui. Check it out. Guy Martin. Find out more details. CemeteryCircuit.co.nz. There we are, folks, halfway through today's race program. Bit of a break. Hope you are as well. We'll be back with more awesome Q West Bears racing next. That's the second round for each of our classes. Hope you've got your $5 program, the best $5 you will invest, because you can follow it all through the series. If you're unable to make the other rounds, of course, you can follow it at ctaslive.co.nz. That's ctaslive.co.nz, and get all the updates of what's happening. Of course, also on Tim Gibbs Motorcycle Sport, all one word, Motorcycle Sport, you'll get the talk about what's happening on the moto scene as well. So two ways, one for results, one for camera work, and the other for the updates as well. So do check it out, part of the action that we have as Suzuki, the Choice of Champions.